Titanoboa, the largest snake that has ever lived on this planet, and the real animal is far stranger than anything you've imagined. Let's start with the size. Titanoboa reached 50 feet in length. That is longer than a city bus. It weighed over a ton. Its body at its widest point was roughly the diameter of an average adult human waist. You could not wrap your arms around the middle of this animal. It would not fit through a standard door frame. The modern anaconda, the largest living snake on Earth today, reaches about 30 feet on a very good day. Titanoboa was 20 feet longer than that. Every size record the modern world holds for snakes, Titanoboa broke by a margin that is almost insulting to the competition. This was not a large snake. It was a completely different category of living thing that happened to be shaped like one. We know Titanoboa existed because of what was found in 2009 inside a coal mine in northern Colombia. Paleontologists from the Smithsonian Institution began pulling massive fossilized vertebrae from the Karajan Formation, one of the most important ancient fossil sites in South America. The bones were so large, the team initially assumed they belonged to a crocodile. They didn't. They were snake vertebrae, and when scientists calculated the size of the animal those bones belonged to, the numbers stopped the room cold. 50 feet, 1 ton, buried in a Colombian coal mine for 58 million years, waiting to be found. Here's the part most people completely miss. The size of Titanoboa is not just a spectacular fact, it is a clue about the entire planet. Snakes are cold-blooded. They cannot generate their own body heat, they rely entirely on the environment around them, and there is a direct, measurable relationship between environmental temperature and how large a cold-blooded animal can grow. Titanoboa could only have reached 50 feet in one specific kind of world, a world significantly warmer than ours. Scientists have actually used Titanoboa's body size as a thermometer, a biological record of ancient climate. Their conclusion: the tropical temperature during Titanoboa's era was between 30 and 34 degrees Celsius, warmer than the modern Amazon, warmer than anywhere on Earth today. Titanoboa is not just a fossil, it is a data point written in bone about a planet running hotter than anything alive has ever experienced. As a predator, it was methodical and absolute. Titanoboa was a constrictor, no venom, no need for it. When it coiled around prey, the pressure it generated was enough to prevent breathing entirely. Every time the prey exhaled, the coils tightened slightly. The animal could not inhale again. Death came quietly and completely within minutes. Crocodiles, large fish, primitive mammals, nothing in Titanoboa's world could resist that process. It sat at the top of a recovering post-dinosaur ecosystem with nothing above it and nothing close to it in size or power. Then, the planet cooled. Gradually, over hundreds of thousands of years, the extreme tropical heat Titanoboa depended on began to fade. A 50-foot snake needs enormous amounts of food, a specific temperature range, and a dense hot environment full of large prey. As the climate shifted, those three requirements became impossible to meet simultaneously. Titanoboa didn't lose a fight, it didn't get hunted, it simply became too large and too specialized for a world that was quietly becoming something else. The most dominant animal of its age, eliminated not by violence, but by a planet that slowly changed around it. The Smithsonian has a full-scale model on permanent display in Washington, D.C. People walk past it and stop. Every single time, because no amount of reading about 50 feet prepares you for standing next to 50 feet. Titanoboa was not a monster. It was an animal perfectly built for a specific world, but it was also a message left in rock buried for 58 million years, waiting to be read. The message is this: the Earth has been hotter before, and when it was, this is what lived in it.